a big part in this tour as well. And also thank you for choosing to work with us, Jay. I really appreciate it, bro. Now, I'm not going to introduce this man to you because everyone, especially that's been to my gym, you've seen the pictures all over the walls, both inside and outside the building. You see the DVDs that we play every day. It's surprising there's one on now as we speak. So this man needs no introduction. Now, I've known Jay for many years now, and we've been meaning to do this seminar a long time ago, but we never got around to doing it, so I'm glad that we finally managed to put it together, man. So, all I need to say is, can you all give a big, huge welcome to Jay, and hope you enjoy the seminar. You'll get a chance to ask questions at the end as well, so and take pictures with him. And over there at the bar, we've got all the merchandise that Jay brought over, t-shirts, hats. You can buy them and he will sign them later for you, or if he's busy, I will sign them and charge you half the price. So, if you see the good-looking guy in the black t-shirt behind the bar that looks like me, that's my son. He will help you out if you need anything. So thank you guys and enjoy the seminar.
All right, so thank you guys. I just want to start off with something special here because it is Zach's boy's birthday today, 9th birthday. So, Johnny, we have something very special for you that we want to give you, okay? And this is special since we made this event on your birthday, so we wanted to give this to you. Happy birthday. I can't wait until someday we can work out together. We're going to do that, right? I have to work out with your dad. I got to work out with you. Since you see my pictures all over these walls. It's a lot of pictures. So thank you guys. Thank you for Subi and Zach and obviously the staff and everyone that's made this possible. We talked about me coming to this gym for many, many years. I was able to come for the first time last year and see the many memorabilia that Zach's kind of, put up there. And I remember I used to run a mail order, many, many years ago, and I used to see Zach's name come across every single week and buying pictures and merchandise. I'm like, man, I got to meet this guy. And, he said, I have a gym, and, I'd love for you to come over. And I kept saying, yeah, eventually I'll make it over there. And, I'd come over for, like, the body power every year, and it just never worked out that I was able to come over. So since I retired 5 years, I've been able to do a lot more travel. And to be honest, I didn't travel much when I was competing as Mr. Olympia internationally. I did a lot in the States, but I was booked every week in the States, so it was very hard for me to commit the time frame in order to get on a plane and fly the distance and give up what I had to give up back home. And that was mostly the training and the eating, because it was demanding, which I'll talk a little bit more about. But for me, to be here is an absolute pleasure. We have a lot of days packed into this tour that Subi and Zach arranged for me. These two are my guys that, I trusted to be able to put this together for me. And, Subi and I talked about it for a long time. And, he kept saying, I can put something together for you. And I said, well, I want to be booked every day when I come. So we've got 9 total stops, right? That's what we did. And this is our 3rd. So we've had a great success so far. And it's great to see a lot of faces out there. I know I've met some of you guys before. And it gives me a lot of opportunity to stand face to face and be able to kind of correspond with everyone. Of course, when we finish up, we'll be able to take the pictures, and if you guys have any questions outside the seminar, it'd be great. But I'm going to talk a little bit. I know we're kind of running behind a little bit, and I don't want to drag things out, but I just like to talk about like how I got into bodybuilding and why I did what I did and how I did it, and talk a little about nutrition training, because I know a lot of people like to know that. And a lot of this stuff is even mind-boggling to me, like how I ever put that effort forward to do it, because I stepped away from now competing in that mindset of being like one goal to win the Mr. Olympia was probably my lifelong goal. And now I can realize, like looking back, when I sit in front of the Olympia stage in the front row, which I'll be in a couple weeks watching the guys compete, and I can't even imagine I was ever that big or on that big stage competing. Because I know the hours and the dedication it takes, and it's pretty much a lifetime. Because you don't just develop a Mr. Olympia physique like in 3 to 5 years. I mean, it takes a very long time to be able to build that mass and density to be able to compete at that level. So, you know, I started training at the age of 18, but I had a love for bodybuilding since the age of 12. I picked up magazines, and back then, also hard to believe that magazines were the only outlet to actually see what was going on. And I saw pictures in there that I admired. I bought my first bodybuilding instructional book when I was 16 and from the GNC called Beyond Built from Bob Paris. And is that the bird? I heard the stories about the bird and how it talked. Hey, you know, I was waiting for the thing to talk.
Say hello to it.
No, because it didn't say hello back. Okay. So make sure before we leave, I want to talk to the bird. So I bought this book, Beyond Built, by Bob Paris, and it was an instructional book. And that kind of taught me kind of like the workouts that I needed to endure later. But when I joined the gym at 18, I kind of just watched people work out. I picked up scrap magazines. And listen, everyone in the gym that trains, not everyone knows what they do in weight. So, you know, I just knew that, like, okay, this is how Arnold worked out. He did a lot of repetitions and a lot of volume, and you hit muscles from different angles. But I didn't know really about nutrition that much, and I would ask the questions around the gym, like, how do I eat? And I think that's the most common question I get, even today. Like, I'm sure someone will ask me today, what do I eat in order to grow properly? And I didn't know you had to eat like every 2.5, 3 hours, you know, 5, 6 meals a day, because I think really that's the key. And that's what I tell everyone, even if they're not working out, trying to get a muscular body to the level that I got, is you still have to have meals in sequence. You can't just stuff yourself